name is Chase Johnson. I'm from Denver, Colorado, and we have used C3 Group several times on some of our large loss commercials and our higher end residential for their appraisal services and their public adjusting services. Their knowledge of the market, of the ever-changing regulations, and their ability to create a very thorough estimate from an understanding of construction and the management of the project.
Good afternoon, everyone. Lead meteorologist John Choquet here for our daily 12 p.m. hail forecast. Sponsored as always by C3 Group and Merlin Law Group. Check out both of their pages in the description below. And apparently the lighting today is allowing to show that I got a little tan last week. But anyway, yesterday storms did impact near the Phoenix area. They just didn't actually materialize as much as originally anticipated. We ended up seeing a lot of rain over a good chunk of the area, which kept the hail sizes closer to quarter size versus larger, like what we were initially expecting. So what are we expecting today? Well, it looks like we do have a chance for some hail up to 2 inches, maybe even a little larger in diameter for places such as Omaha and Minneapolis. Yes, I only have 5% for both of these, but it's looking like wherever storms end up forming, they're going to kind of explosively form all along the line here. I'm anticipating right near Minneapolis and right near Omaha. So that initial development is going to be where your best chance for hail is going to be. Hang on one second, guys. There we go. So I think it's going to be real close to Minneapolis. Like I think we could see storms forming just on the eastern fringes of the metro, or it'll be right on top of them. So right now I'm kind of going 5%, thinking a little further to the east. Omaha, 5%. I think the coverage is going to be the most focused in this area. So Omaha, you might be just outside that. And I got 5% for Wichita and a 2% chance for Kansas City, where I don't know if storms are going to quite make it over there in time. I'm sure a lot of folks in Kansas City is pretty used to hearing that this year. And there you go. There's all the storms forming. Right over here is the Minneapolis-St. Paul metro region. So really these storms, again, they explode and they will end up being isolated initially, right around 3 or 4 o'clock, but then quickly turning into a line of storms. So that big hail is going to be really limited to that first hour or so of storm development before it turns into a line, becomes more of a wind threat as we move into Wisconsin, possibly even parts of Illinois, and a good chunk of Iowa as well. Again, 2-inch hail, maybe even you squeeze out a couple up to tennis ball size hail. But for the most part, I think we're seeing something along the lines of golf ball 2-inch hail in these storms. Yes, an area of storms here in Kansas that might be flirting with the Wichita area. And then here's Omaha. We have storms very close by forming, at least within that future radar. So again, both areas we'll be watching super carefully. If anything big happens, of course, we'll go live and do as much coverage as possible, as we are in officially autumn now. So the big hailstorms are going to be a little less frequent than what we've been seeing. But then again, we've also been pretty active so far this month. I think that's going to continue up into October. And looking again long range, we got a big trough in the west and a ridge in the east that probably will promote more severe weather as we move into October as well. So not done yet, guys. And tomorrow we got 2 areas we're watching up to $50 size hail. First one's here in Oklahoma, parts of Kansas, and into Missouri. And the other one is down by Phoenix and Tucson in Arizona. You got monsoon season here across Arizona, so you're going to be seeing those pop-up storms from day to day up to that quarter, $50 size, or eventually probably one that has bigger hail that will catch us off guard. And then here in Oklahoma, I think there's going to be a lot of storms that happen in the afternoon. Looks like it'll be a bit of rain tonight and outflow boundaries, so little exhaust trails of the storms essentially that will help fire storms in the mid-afternoon hours tomorrow across Oklahoma. So watch these, see if any of them actually do produce some hail. Again, it'd be pretty marginal in size, quarter, $50 size hail, generally of that nature. And then here in the western portions of the United States, see some storms again with monsoon season here. I think this is a leftovers from some tropical developments that will be producing, again, maybe up to some quarter to $50 size hail for your Wednesday. So checking on the tropics, we have 3 different tropical systems still. We got Karen Went down to depression, back to a minimal tropical storm. Going to be impacting Puerto Rico. Some heavy rain right now and then through the rest of today. Jerry is not really a threat to anybody out in the Atlantic, except for maybe parts of Bermuda. And Lorenzo is going to be a complete fish storm. And we're watching another area of possible development over the next 5 days. Right by the Yucatan Peninsula. This will end up slowly moving into Mexico, avoiding the United States. The downside of us having hail here in September is it helps protect the United States from any tropical systems. I know a bunch of folks probably would prefer to have another tropical system hit somewhere on the East Coast or in the Gulf, but that's just how the weather rolls. Can't seem to get one or the other, can't seem to get both. So here's an update with Jerry. Winds about 60 miles per hour. He might sneak up to a hurricane, but I think it's pretty disorganized. I don't think we're going to quite make it there. We might be peaking right now in terms of intensity. Going to get kind of close to Bermuda, but I don't think we're going to see any major impacts there, and it'll slowly die. Karen is kind of a mess. Haven't really had finding a core has been a little challenging, so really getting an idea of where she's going to end up is going to be a bit of an issue. Minimal tropical storm, and over the next few days we go due north, and then Karen doesn't even know where she wants to go. After that, we're going to be kind of hanging out in the Atlantic as a tropical storm, and I'm not really anticipating this to be an issue for the United States outside of Puerto Rico right now. And finally, the Lorenzo, way out in the central Atlantic. Lorenzo will become a major hurricane, but it will be not impacting any sort of major landmass. So another fish storm. This should become a hurricane probably by the end of today, with winds at 65 miles per hour on the lightest update. So that's all we got for the tropics. Again, pretty active, but nothing's really impacting the United States, even threatening the United States right now, and that's kind of how a lot of hurricane seasons tend to go. You get a lot of storms, but all it takes is one or two to make landfall in the United States. It's a big deal, but when you don't get too many to happen, it could be a forgettable year. So either way, follow us here on Facebook. Hit see first. Got updates coming pretty regularly. Got big storms, any big storms that happen. You don't want to miss any of our updates because live coverage isn't going to be something easily scheduled ahead of time. And if you got any questions on the website or on the app, you're new to Hail Trace, or you just need a refresher, you got some new guys that are having trouble with it, you can give us a call. We'll set up a training to your earliest convenience for yourself or for your whole team, and the number's right there, 855-334-4245. If you want to set a training up, or if you have any comments, questions, or concerns, or you're interested in Hail Trace in general, you can email us as well. Visit our website for more details. Follow us on Instagram and all of our other social media. Really appreciate those likes, follows, and whatever other stuff social media calls it. So I'll see you guys again tomorrow at 12 p.m. like we do every single weekday. Hope you have a great Tuesday. I'll see you again tomorrow.